Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host, I'm Sekouwritesdotcom, Rights, and I'm an author. I'm an author of many books, really. But this is the one I'm most excited about. This is my most recent book. It's called Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. Right? And guess what? Guess what? I released this book as an audio book. I was spending time at my mom's house in Nashville, and I was like, all right, we gotta do something, because I wasn't doing much of anything. In Nashville, but I decided I had to do something. And so I decided I was going to try to create an audio book, and I went into I had to get myself psyched up. Like I'm gonna do it. And then I checked into the back end of the Amazon books. It was like, would you like to publish an audio book? I was like, yes, I would. And then I got to choose voices. I got to choose an African-American sounding man. And I'm so tickled. So last time I looked at it, it said I had 72 hours. So obviously that time has passed now, so I have to check on it. But I think that's so great. I think that is so great, because mom's been chasing after me about this for a while, and it was right there. So easy. So yeah. So Ashe. So this book is now available as an audio book, as a Kindle book, an ebook, and a print book. So all three, however you want it, you can get it. Also, a friend of mine got this book recently and said it helped him a lot. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate that when someone reads the book and it does them some good. Now, he got distracted by the introduction, because I went back and read the introduction after he told me about it. And I was like, ooh, say cool. You let everything out. I let everything out. So what I can say about that is that I published a book at a time when I didn't care is the wrong word, but I didn't. It's so different. It's like it's so different between the pre-stroke Sekou and the post-stroke Sekou. And it's just, they're two different DJs spinning on different levels. So nothing that affected me before affects me to the same degree. That's the best I can do. All right. So anyway, that was a quick soliloquy. I didn't mean to talk about the book, but yeah, I'm excited about it. I will check. Well, let me not put a date on it, but I'll check soon. And so hopefully you can get the book and listen to it. So very cool. All right. So what was I going to say? So I got to get back to my script. So thank you for New Thought Media Network for allowing me the space and the opportunity to grow. I know what I would have done without this space, without this growth. So Ashe, thank you very much. And I am giving you my advice upon what has happened for me, what has worked for me. I'm not giving you any advice. I'm just telling you what has worked for me. All right? So don't come mad at me. Don't become mad at me, right? Okay. So anyway, let me see what's up with the comments, and then we can get started. P King is at the local gym, and she is saying good morning and saying all these other things. What's she saying? I'm ready for my audio version, ebook, paperback, and audio. Yeah, right. Yes, That's how you did it. Yes, thanks for that. I'm looking for an easier way to produce the audio version to my book. It's simple. It's simple. All you gotta do is go into the KDP, and it says, "Do you want to purchase? Do you want to convert your book into an audiobook?" You just click yes or no. I was like, it was simple. 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 So now that is with someone else's voice. Now I'm sure I will slow things down by doing it in my own voice, but I wanted it to be done. So doing it with someone else's voice, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. So yeah, check it out, Feed. Check it out. I'll show it to you. All right, and thanks for all the people that you've told about the show today. All the people you let know about the show. Okay, so let me show you guys something. I want to show you guys this quickly. Where is it? Where is it? This is okay. Here we go. Here we go. So today, just now, I took this picture right now because right here was Nelson. And he moved just a minute ago because I was making too much noise. But he was curled up on this little blanket. I got the little blanket, and I was folding it up. And he curled up right on the napkin, right on the blanket, right on the blanket. I thought that was cute. I thought you'd enjoy that. And also, I've got a couple other things. These are from yesterday. Yes, these are from yesterday. So this is me and Fee King. We went to a coffee shop called The Plug, and I guess I'll tell you about that first. So we went to a speech therapist. So I went to a speech therapist, and you know, like sometimes I don't want to go. Like I go anyway, but I feel like I don't. Anyway, I went, and she was very forceful on picking out the things that I need to do that I have given over passively to Fee King and other people like that, and take it on for myself. And I was like, what? What? So like anything, like making appointments, like taking my pills, like all these things. I mean, I really rely on Fee King. I really rely on her to make it work for me. But the woman yesterday was strong. She was like, no, you got to do it yourself. You got to do it yourself. And I was like, what? But because doing it myself builds the building blocks, and because those building blocks help me ascertain my way. Well, ascertain is not the right word, but figure out my way of moving through. You know. So anyway, we went there. And then I felt like I needed a little pick me up. I felt like I needed a little pick me up because I was stressed. I was like, oh no, I have to give up. I have to give up my. Anyway, so we left the speech therapist, and I looked up best coffee near me, and The Plug came up, and yeah, let me put this up. I'll talk. And so I just put them up. We just went there, and we had a really enjoyable time interacting with the person. Like, it was a very cool experience. I won't take up too much time, but I will say that she and her husband started the coffee shop during the end of COVID. Like I remember exactly because they were able to start their coffee shop the same year that I had a stroke. So I knew exactly the year. I was like, oh, I knew exactly the year. And they've been able to create this wealth of abundance. And I was like, oh, this is such a great story. This is such a great story. Maybe one day I'll get them on the show. It was a great thing to watch how she came from a regular job and transformed that into an entrepreneurship. To transform that into entrepreneurship. All right. So that's really cool. It's really cool. Okay, so that's that. Now in deference to the big things, what the speech therapist was talking about. She said that I had to make my own appointments, right? And I was like, see, because B had already been asking me to tell her the information for the physical therapist, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And I was sitting there thinking hard. I was like, I don't know. But while I was talking to the speech therapist, I got an idea. Just from her bantering some ideas about. I got an idea that I would go into the calendar and I'll look to see where I had put his appointments before and look for that in the address of phone number. It was a great idea, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. So B and I, we got the coffee, then we went down to the Grand Central part of town, and we went and we looked. We could not remember the name. We were in that building for a minute, getting off of the floors, like, okay, checking the elevators, checking the elevators, and I was like, oh man, this is terrible. This is terrible. So I feel like I really need to focus on where I'm going, what I'm doing, what pills am I taking, like those kinds of things. I need to focus and get off of B string. I got to get on A string with those things and really focus and concentrate, because it took us the longest time to figure out what it was. The longest time. So anyway, we found it. We made an appointment today. I'm going back there today. So yeah, but it just I was trying to think of a word, but I'll just say it plainly. In use of my speech therapist, in proof of that, in proof of what she was saying, that was a good example. That was a good example because, yeah, I've been to the physical therapist like at least 3 times, and I couldn't think of anything that could get me to remind me of it. So now I've got to bring it up in my skill set. You know what I mean? That came out wrong, but you understand what I'm saying. Okay. All right. So anyway, we met her. No, I'm sorry. I was skipping ahead. We did that. We got the appointment for today, and we were leaving, and we were standing on the street, and we were deciding whether or not I was going to run. So I decided that I was going to run from the office to home, right? Because I hadn't done my run yet. I've done my run yet today either. And I'm going back to that dentist office. I'm going to jog to the office, right? So anyway, or I'll jog back, either or. But anyway, so we were standing there, and this woman asked us if we were lost. And we're like, no, we're not lost. Well, thanks you for asking us. And this is her. Here she is, Sandra. And she was great. And what was funny was, see, for me, I feel like I'm chilling. Especially when we're talking about people, new people, I tend to fall back because of my my voice sometimes, sometimes it feels like it fails me, right? That's how I feel. So I also get quiet, and then she looked at me, and then Fee said to her that I would have had a stroke. She was like, "Wait, you had a stroke?" And her eyes like glanced me up and down, and she was like, "I don't believe it," because she is from a history of doctors, nothing but doctors in her family, and so she knew words about strokes that I didn't even know, and she was like very intelligent, very articulate, very on the on the cusp of knowledge, right? And she said that she could not tell. She could not tell. She could not tell. She could not tell. And she just kept on looking at me and said that she was shocked that I'd been to a speech therapist and that I'd done all these things. And so she felt really genuine. So I think I'm going to have her on the show. I made a suggestion to Fee to have her on her show. But I might have her on the show too. Because, I mean, it felt so good. It felt so good. And I didn't even tell her there was a hemographic stroke. Hemographic stroke. I believe that's pronounced correctly. But I didn't even mention that to her. I just told her a regular stroke. And she gave me all this love for fighting the stroke as well as I have. And that's a good reminder for me that I'm still fighting, that I'm doing things that other people maybe aren't doing, or maybe that I've been able to move past. Which reminds me, shout out to Mom for not letting me name it. Not let me name it as a stroke, right? Because I think that's the main thing. That's the main thing that got me going. Because not having to name it let me. I didn't know what was happening, honestly. I did not know what was happening. I woke up with amnesia, and it's hard to explain amnesia. It's hard to explain. You see how it's televised in the movies and TV. It's not like that. But I woke up as if it was the first day of my life. As it was the first day of my life. And I'm like, arm doesn't work. It was such a weird feeling, but there was no explanation offered to me about what happened. No one ever came in and said, "Sir, you've had a stroke, and this is whatever." I didn't have that. I didn't have the chance to build in those things that you would typically build in for having a stroke. So I share. Thanks, Mom. Okay, so I think that's it. Give me one more shot. The plug and the lady at East 43rd Street and Nelson. All right, now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna check my comments and then I'm gonna show you something. Let's see. Practice makes progress. Resistance doesn't. Yeah. Practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. And you got to keep going. And by the way, Fee made the appointments both for yesterday and today. And so now I'm freaking out because now I got to do it myself. I'm like, oh shoot. So I hope she's able to catch me because I don't know. But anyway, I will keep in mind that practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. All right. Let's see. That's the lady we met yesterday. She prophesied over our life. She was clear about where she knew we were going. She was a medical researcher. Yeah, she was a medical researcher. Yeah. And she has several members of her family who suffer from strokes. Like, yeah. I mean, just to have that conversation from a perfect stranger on the street, like, really, it filled me up. Yeah. I share. Ashe. Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate this. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. It don't feel like it. It don't feel like it sometimes, but I'm trying. I'm trying. And here's B King putting in the info for the Plug Cafe. Yeah, it was good. It was good. And the coffee was amazing. I got a chai tea. It was delicious. I mean, B always chooses these types of spots over Starbucks. I'm like, whatever, I'm getting mine from Starbucks. But this chai was amazing, much better than any other place I've ever had. Chai. Like, it was delicious. It was great. It was great. It was great. So anyway, shout out to the best coffee, the best coffee. Shout out to the plug, yeah. And the co-owner. Ask for Abby. She was really good. She was really good. Okay, let's see. Let me see what she's saying. It's my pleasure, Boo. She's your speech therapist, right? Though, relying on you is going to strengthen your memory muscle. The muscles of the energy, like pace yourself and be kind with yourself. Yeah, yeah. But you know what though? It takes a minute. And sometimes I don't even realize it because yesterday, before we went to the plug, I was looking at the plug and it looked like a long way, right, from where we were to where it was, right. But I showed it to Fee and she looked and she said 6 minutes, and I was like, 6 minutes. I did not admit it. I did not admit it, but I'm admitting it now. And she said 6 minutes. That's not long at all. And I was like, and I was looking at my phone. I was like, where is she seeing 6 minutes? Where is she seeing 6 minutes? And it took me a while to find it. And so, like, those little things that I have to get over. I have to get over and fight forward and just, fight. Yeah, just fight forward. Fight forward. Fight forward. Ashe. So that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. All right. So now let's get on over to the money moves. The money moves. So I would like you, if you know, to comment how to do my I don't even know how to say it really. I want to show my screen here, but I want it to be my cell phone screen. Does anyone know how to do that? Because I can do it with a still image, but I want to do it with video. So if you know, let me know. Just let me know. All right, so let me show this up. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to let this play because I was having a hard time getting it to play earlier. So this is what's this guy's name again? This guy's name is it's right there, but flipping car. Mark Tilbury. Okay, so here we go.
Cars. I'd buy them cheap, do them up, drive them to a nicer area, and then sell them for a profit. Number 4, print on demand. It's low risk and has no inventory. I tested this by selling motivational posters on Etsy, and it worked. Number 3, tutoring. I used to teach people to fly radio-controlled helicopters, but now with the internet, you can teach anyone anything you want. Number 2, drop shipping. I've had multiple drop shipping stores, and although they take a little time to build up, I've always made a profit. Number 1, reselling on eBay. I do this every day by buying stock from failing businesses and selling it for a profit. I've tried a lot of side hustles in my life, so here's how I'd rate them from worst to best. Number 5, flipping cars. I'd buy them cheap, do them up, drive them to a nicer area, and then sell them for a profit. Number 4, print on demand. It's low risk and has no inventory. I tested this by selling motivational posters on Etsy, and it worked. Number 3, tutoring. I used to teach people to fly radio-controlled helicopters, but now with the internet, you can teach anyone anything you want. Number 2, drop shipping. I've had multiple dropshipping stores, and although they take a little time to build up, I've always made a profit. Number one, reselling on eBay. I do this every day by buying stock from failing businesses and selling it for a profit. I've tried a lot of side hustles in my life, so
hold on.
That's how I'd rate them from worst to best.
Okay. So this came up for me today. Once again, his name is Mark Tilbury. And he's came up for me because I've been talking about money. And it's interesting. Well, what he said was interesting because it flies in the face of some things. So one thing is that you're going to get it right. That you're going to get it right the first time. Right? That you are going to get it right the first time. So each one he graded them from worst to best. So he graded cars the lowest, right? So that's buying a car and reselling it. Now that's pretty simple. That reminds me of what's that name of that show? I don't remember the name, but they would find a millionaire, and they would give the millionaire $100. They give him $100, and they drop him off in this strange town, and they say, "Go for it! Like just go for it to create something." And all of them did it. They recreated themselves for $100. Like that's incredible. But anyway, I've seen them flip cars. But it's not, they never stay at the same place. They will flip cars, but then they will flip a better car and a better car and a better car and a better car. And then he would be off to races, the next thing. And so I was really interested in that. So anyway, he's saying all of these things have worked. All these 5 things have worked for this man. Right? And interestingly enough, is he rated drop shipping at the top of his list. I was like, drop shipping? Because I've tried drop shipping. I've tried that one. And drop shipping, it didn't work for me. Like it would. Let me rephrase that. It worked. It worked. But it was time consuming. So that's kind of turned me off. But it did work. So anyway, I think his number one was flipping things on eBay. I was like, okay, all right. Now I'm still thinking about Abby and her co-ownership of the Plug, the coffee shop I talked about earlier, and I got to get into something like this, something like what he's saying, because finding a job, this has not worked out for me. Like even the things I used to do DoorDash quite a bit. But it without going into too much detail, it's not worked out well. So anyway, I'm going to check out some of this guy's ideas. Let me check out some of his ideas. So the sun is messing with me. Messing with me. But all right, my show is over. And so I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with me and my slips of the tongue. And I thank you for being here. Thank you for watching me survive. I am a hemorrhagic stroke survivor. That means I was 17% chance of life in the first 4 weeks. 17% chance of life, because 83% died. I think that maybe that's a better way to put it. 83% died. after 4 weeks. And I've been able to extend that by a couple years. All right, I got to figure out how to say that. But anyway, thank you for being here. Remember that now is better than perfect. And I will see you guys later. And later.